Today we discuss the next point, selection and intensity rules for fine structure doublet. In that article, firstly we explain the selection rules for the allowed transitions. Second, qualitative and quantitative intensity rules. And finally we discuss about the relative intensities of allowed transitions. That relative intensities for allowed transitions explain under quantitative intensity rules. Now, firstly, we discuss selection rules. Here, the selection rules for fine structure doublet. Once we are explaining here, then we firstly note this point. The valence electron, when undergoes transition from one energy state to other energy state, it absorbs the radiation as well as it also emits the radiation. Now, when it absorbs the radiation, when the electron undergo the transition from low energy state to higher energy state, while when it undergoes from high energy to low energy state, it emits the radiation. Such a transition is whether it is allowed, sometime it is not allowed, that we decide by using the selection rules. And that selection rules which we have to discuss here, which are based on the four quantum numbers: principal quantum number, orbital quantum number, spin quantum number, and total quantum number. Hence, the first selection rule is for principal quantum number, that is delta n should take any integral number. That means there is no change in principal quantum number during the transition from one energy state to other energy state. There is no restriction. The number should take any integral number. Second rule is for orbital quantum number, that is delta L should be plus minus 1. Hence, the change in orbital quantum number between the two energy states must be whether plus 1 or minus 1. Delta L is related to orbital quantum number, means when the transition takes place from S to P or P to D or D to S or D to P. In that way, that delta L should be only plus or minus 1. Third rule is for spin quantum number, that is delta S must be 0, means there is no change in spin quantum number. There is no change in quantum number means what? If we suppose the spin multiplicity of the level which is involved in that transition, it doesn't change, it remains same. Last selection rule is for total quantum number. That total quantum number is delta J. Change in total quantum number should be 0 or plus 1 or minus 1. If all that rules get satisfied during the transition from one energy state to other energy state, only that transitions are spectroscopically allowed. Otherwise, if they does not follow these rules, all the transitions are forbidden transitions. That means they are not allowed. Nextly, we discuss about the intensity rules for fine structure doublet. Intensity rule for the spectral lines can we state here in the two ways. The first one is qualitative intensity rules. Qualitative intensity rules means if we considering the two spectral lines, in that which one is more intense as compared to the other line, that rule come under the qualitative intensity rule, and other is for quantitative rule. If there are more than two lines, then the intensity of the spectral lines is unknown initially. Then how we find how the intensity ratio for the different spectral lines we get, that is possible by using the another quantitative rules. Now before explaining the rules, we take some examples. That example, we firstly take the principal series. We know how the principal series arise. When the transition takes place from P state to S state, the resulting series is the principal series. Here, all PDF states are doublet that we discussed earlier. Only S is the singlet state. That time we say is S is singlet, then also we write here the doublet S half. Since there is no change at all, we also write it is an singlet state, but P is the doublet. Hence, for each P state there are two terms. One is doublet P half and other is doublet P 3 by 2. Now, see here, if the two transitions we draw here, one is from doublet P 3 by 2 to doublet S half and other is doublet P half to doublet S half. Now we apply firstly the selection rule whether these two transitions are spectroscopically allowed or not. Now see, delta n is not, we just cannot take into consideration. Here only two quantum numbers are important, J total quantum number and orbital quantum number. If orbital quantum number delta L changes by plus or minus 1, then that is allowed. Delta J total quantum number, selection rule for total quantum number, delta J whether it is 0 or plus 1 or minus 1, that is also allowed. Hence both transitions are allowed according to selection rules. Then what is its intensity? Now how we get the which is the line is more intense as compared to other line, that we decide by using the intensity rule. Hence we consider the two quantum numbers. Which are these two quantum number? Total quantum number J and orbital quantum number L. Now first rule is that the transition in which J and L change in the same way, means what is delta J and what is delta L. Here in principal series, delta J for the first spectral line, doublet P 3 by 2 to doublet S half. What is delta J? 3 by 2 minus half, means it is 1. And what is delta L? P state to S state. P is L equal to 1, S is L equal to 0, hence 1 minus 0 is 1. Hence J and L changes same. Then that spectral line becomes strongest or intense spectral line. Hence doublet P 3 by 2 to doublet S half, that line is intense line. Hence that line we have to mention here, that spectral line is intense since delta J and delta L is same. But the second spectral line, doublet P half to doublet S half, delta J is 0 for the second line. Delta L is 1, means both are not same, both are not changed in the same way. Hence that line is not intense line. If it is not intense, then we say it is a faint line, means its intensity is very very low, but it is spectroscopically allowed. This is the first quantitative rule. The transition in which J and L change in the same way, that spectral line becomes strongest line, and in the principal series this first spectral line is more intense, second spectral line is not intense but it is a faint, since J and L are not changed in the same way. Second rule, if there are more than two lines, then how we write that rule? If J and L change is same for the two line, then in that two line which is the more stronger as compared to other line? Hence, we write the rule if J and L change is same for the two lines, then a line with higher J becomes more intense than other line. For example, we use the diffuse series lines. Line 1, doublet D 5 by 2 to doublet P 3 by 2. This is first spectral line. Second spectral line, doublet D 3 by 2 to doublet P half. In that, what is J and L change? Here, delta L and delta J for both spectral lines is same, means both are strong. Now, this is initial observation. But in that two spectral lines, which line has higher J? Only that line is more intense as compared to the next line. Hence, first line which involve higher J value. Therefore, the first spectral line is more stronger than the second line, and that is the second rule. Then we explain quantitative intensity rules. To explain the quantitative intensity rule, there should be more than two lines, and if there are more than two lines, then the intensity of that lines is initially unknown. Then how we find the intensity ratio for these lines, that we explain under quantitative intensity rule. Firstly, we see the one example for again diffuse series. We know doublet P terms. These are the two doublet P terms, doublet P half and doublet P 3 by 2. For doublet D, again there are two terms, doublet D 3 by 2, doublet D 5 by 2. And we draw here the separation for doublet P and doublet D, that doublet D separation is smaller, since as L increases, separation goes on decreasing. That we discussed earlier, the features of alkali spectra. See here, diffuse series. In that diffuse series, the number of spectral lines we draw here, but in that, which lines are spectroscopically allowed and which are not allowed, that we decide by using the selection rules. Now we check in short. See the first line here, this first line, doublet D 5 by 2 to doublet P half. Here D to P state, D to P state means delta L. What about the delta L? Delta L is 1. What is delta J? Delta J 5 by 2 minus half means delta J is 2. Our selection rules show that delta J should be 0, plus 1 or minus 1. Here is delta J is 2, and therefore that spectral line is not spectroscopically allowed. Hence we say it is a forbidden line. Another line, doublet D 5 by 2 to doublet P 3 by 2. That line is delta J, delta L change in the same way. Therefore, that is allowed and its intensity is unknown for us. Hence, we write intensity for that line is, this is the second line. Intensity is X. Doublet D 3 by 2 to doublet P 3 by 2. Again, delta J and delta L, which are not change in the same way. Hence, that line is forbidden line, which is not spectroscopically allowed. Since delta J is 0, but delta L is 1, hence which is faint line, but intensity is not known to us. Hence we write the intensity for that line is Y. And the next transition, doublet D 3 by 2 to doublet P half. Again, delta J and delta L, which change in the same way. delta L and delta J. D2P state, delta L is 1. 3 by 2 minus half is 1. Both change in the same way, but we cannot but don't know what is about it intensity. Therefore, unknown intensity for that spectral line we call Z. Hence, for diffuse series, only 3 spectral lines which are spectroscopically allowed, which are these one X, second, third, fourth, whose intensities are X, Y, Z. First one is forbidden line. Now, how we write the quantitative rule, intensity rule for such a case? If there are more than 2 lines, here the 2 lines which comes from common initial level, common initial level. Now that time, if that common initial level we just take into consideration, then we must know what is its quantum weight. That quantum weight is also known as statistical weight, and that quantum weight or statistical weight is given by 2j plus 1. Hence, the doublet T 5 by 2, this is the common level. From that common level, the 2 transitions are allowed, first, second. Therefore, what is its quantum weight? We write here 2j plus 1. J is 5 by 2 multiplied by 2 plus 1 means quantum weight, that we denote in the bracket. 6 is the quantum weight for doublet D 5 by 2. Similarly, for second line, what is quantum weight? 4. Here for next line, quantum weight is again 4. Doublet P half, quantum weight is 2. Hence, the sum of intensities of the spectrum line which come from the common initial level is directly proportional to quantum weight of that level. Means this is the first line, and that is the first rule we write here. Second rule, which is that one, the sum of intensities of spectral lines which ends on common level, which where it ends, here the doublet P 3 by 2 as well as doublet P half. Now these are the common level. Hence, the sum of intensities of the spectral lines in that doublet which ends on the common level is directly proportional to quantum weight of that level. These are the two levels. We write first rule, the sum of intensities of the lines, those lines of the doublet which come from common initial level is directly proportional to quantum weight of common level. Which is the common initial level? That level where the two lines are, we have to draw first, second. Hence, how we apply the rule? Sum of intensity of first and second line which come from doublet D 5 by 2 is directly proportional to quantum weight of that level, means doublet D 5 by 2. That quantum weight is 6. Quantum weight is also known as statistical weight. In the same way, the second rule is the sum of intensities of those lines of the doublet which ends on the same common level is proportional to quantum weight of that common level. Sum of intensity of those lines of doublet which ends on same common level. Which are the same common level? Second, third line, which is ends on that doublet P 3 by 2, or first, fourth line which ends on the common level doublet P 3 by 2. In that case, the second, third, its intensity sum is directly proportional to quantum weight of doublet P 3 by 2. Similarly for first and fourth line. Now we determine the unknown intensities by using this one table. Here we write the levels or the state doublet P 3 by 2, doublet P half, similarly the doublet D 5 by 2 and doublet D 3 by 2. Bracketed term indicate its quantum weight, QW quantum weight, which write in the bracket. Now we see earlier in that figure, if the transition takes place from doublet D 5 by 2 to doublet P 3 by 2, that intensity is X, unknown intensity is X. Similarly for doublet D 5 by 2 to doublet P half, intensity is 0 since that line is spectroscopically not allowed, hence it is forbidden. Doublet PD 3 by 2 to doublet P 3 by 2, that unknown intensity is Y. Similarly, doublet D 3 by 2 to doublet P half, intensity Z. Hence, what is that intensity ratio? That we find by using these two rules. Hence, we apply the intensity rule and write. How we write? The sum of intensities of all lines which are coming from common doublet D 3 by 2 level, that is the initial level, is directly proportional to quantum weight of doublet D 5 by 2. Means, which is the common level? Doublet D 5 by 2. Which lines are taken here? Doublet P 3 by 2 and doublet P 3 by 2. Hence, x plus 0 is directly proportional to quantum weight 6 divided by another two lines which coming from common level doublet D 3 by 2. Which these two lines coming from doublet D 3 by 2, doublet D 3 by 2, doublet P 3 by 2 and doublet D 3 by 2, doublet P half, means Y plus Z, directly proportional to quantum weight 4. Hence, this is the first relation. Similarly, we apply the another rule. The sum of intensities of all lines ends on common level. Where they ends here, these two lines, doublet D 5 by 2 to doublet P 3 by 2, this is one line. Doublet D 3 by 2 to doublet P 3 by 2, this is another line. Both these doublet D lines ends on doublet P 3 by 2. Hence, which quantum weight we take? Where they end, its quantum weight we take into consideration. Hence, x plus y directly proportional to 4 divided by, we take the ratio, another line. This doublet D terms ends on doublet P half. Therefore, 0 plus Z directly proportional to 2. Hence, we get the two relations we write here. Simplify the first term. X plus 0 divided by Y plus Z equal to 6 by 4. 6 by 4 is 3 by 2. This cross multiplication we write. This is a 2x equal to 3y plus 3z. Another relation. X plus y by z, 0 plus z, z equal to 4 by 2. We take as it is. Hence, 2x plus 2y equal to 4z. In that, 2x term is known. That 2x we directly put here. 3y plus 3z plus 2y equal to 4z. Now, this y term combine, 5y, 3z take on the other side, 5y equal to z. Hence, z value we have to substitute in the first equation. 2x equal to 3y plus 3 multiplied by 5y. Hence, what is the term you get? 2x equal to 18y, means x equal to 9y. Now, we take the intensity ratio, x by y, that is 9. Y by y, 1. Then next, here, this z. Z we know that is y is 5. Hence, again, 5y by y, that is 5. Hence, intensity ratio is x to y to z is 9 to 1 to 5. Hence, x line whose intensity is x we mentioned earlier, whose intensity is higher. Y is faint line, that is 1, and z is intensity is intermediate 5. Hence, how we write the relative intensities for the diffuse series? Hence, the first line we write the x line, which is that x line who is having maximum intensity. This is x line. And what is its intensity? 9. Another line is y. Y is faint line, since delta L, delta J does not change in the same way for this third line whose intensity is y. We write here is very small here. This is the Y line. And what about the Z line? Z line, fourth line. That intensity is again intermediate, means it is 5, and that represent its relative intensities of the diffuse line. Hence, in that article, we go in detail about what are the selection rules, what are the intensity rules. That intensity rules can be, we state in the two ways. First one is qualitative and other one is quantitative. Thank you.